proven that even Muslims themselves cannot live peacefully with other Muslims, because once again, Islam cannot coexist with anybody else, with nobody else.
Okay, so when the Crusaders came to Israel, they unalived Muslims, Jews, and Orthodox
What was
Christians.
the reason? Hang on a second now. Watch what you did now. Like a typical coward, like a typical Muslim,
What?
you ran to the Crusades, but it's okay. What were the reason for the Crusades?
The reason was the Pope thinking that Muslims took too much land and they should spread their cross-licking religion to others.
Okay, pagan pig. Don't.
What
would you say, pagan? Be careful what you say, bro. Be careful.
Okay,
the reason for the Crusades was because there were groups that were ran by Muslims. People like there was a Muslim leader, especially during the Third Crusade. His name was Salahuddin, which from some sources actually say that he was nicer than the previous caliphs or whatever. But they were stopping Christian pilgrims from their pilgrimage going to Jerusalem. That's for the reason for the Crusades. And the Muslims actually had taken over Jerusalem. That was the whole reason for the... Hold on. You're proving our point then. That was the whole reason for the first Crusade.
What's the problem with Muslims taking Jerusalem?
What do you mean?
How did they take it? Did they come in doing dawah, or did they use
do we believe that
Listen again. Harun. Did they come in doing dawah, or did they come in with the sword?
They took over and built.
How did they win over
How did they
Jerusalem?
do it?
With dawah?
How did they win the land? With the war.
How did they take over Jerusalem? I'm going to say it like a child now.
Yes.
How? Was it the sword?
Okay, wait. Somebody's more important. Wait.
Muhammad said it. I have been made victorious through terror.
Exactly. Like, it's so funny when they bring up the Crusades, because there were about 9 Crusades. They think that the Crusades was just like, it was like one battle. No, there was like 9 of them. And actually, actually the Christians, unfortunately, lost most of them. But the whole reason for the first one was because they came into Jerusalem and they basically attacked everybody. Like, unfortunately, like, that's just the historical situation. Like I said, the Christians, they won some of them. They didn't win all of them. But yeah, like, it wasn't like this thing where it's like, oh, there's just one battle. And then, no, there was like 9 of them. There was like 9 Crusades, because the Christians historically, they used to go to Jerusalem and they used to do, like, that's where they would do pilgrimage. They would go and they would go to the place where Christ was crucified. And that's where the whole thing with kissing the wall, like all of that stuff, that's what Christians used to do. So when the Muslims came in, they stopped them from doing it along the way, because, and then also there were some groups that were robbing Christians. So they stopped them from coming into Jerusalem and they tried to take over. So this is why I think the last crusade, there was like a stalemate between the Christians and the Muslims. And this is why today, when you go to Jerusalem, it's a hodgepodge. There's Christians, there's Muslims, and there's Jews living there. But it never used to be that way. Anyways, what's going on, Paul?
God bless you, Paul.
Salam al-Masih. God bless you. God bless you.
Salam al-Masih.
I wish he stayed here, because he said something that he said the cross licking. So I was gonna show him a hadith about his Hajj. Hopefully he comes back, because
he's not gonna come back.
Yeah. Every time someone like goes this far, like, I have to show them how Aisha missed on the group SEX during the Hajj.
Oh, she was upset.
Yeah, because she didn't get a chance to join it.
I also want to join.
Yeah. Like, Menses, I can't.
That's crazy, bro. I think according to that narration too, it said that like the men were, or maybe that's a different hadith, but it says like they were circling around the Kaaba and their male members were dripping semen or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just right. Like what?
Yeah.
That's a sickness, man. That's something that's a deformity.
Like, dude, like, what kind of religion is this? Like, where Muhammad is licking the rock while the previous women were rubbing their private parts on it. Like, you're talking about somehow we are licking the crosses. I never seen anyone does that, but we know for sure Muhammad kissed the black rock, and previously, for sure, women were rubbing their private part with menses on that rock. So
Yeah, there's if you read Saint John of Damascus, his work on heresies, if you read the entry that he does on Islam, I've literally read it like 5 times now. But in the beginning, he talks about how um, because he was in the area, but in the beginning he talks about how Islam is the forerunner to the Antichrist, and he says like they venerate this rock, and they say that, and he says that previously this rock had been called it was like the goddess Aphrodite, and it was a pagan rock, and he says like to this day you can still go, well, during his day, but he says like to this day you can go to that rock and you can see the carvings and the markings and the scratches and stuff from like what the pagans used to do on it. So like, bro, like there's no secret as to what it was, but they're wanting you to believe that it's like strict monotheism or something like that, something that's just not true. But anyways.
Yeah, let me just also apologize to you guys again. This is account number 3 today. The other 2 are circling the Kaaba. It's maybe it's just me, maybe it's my voice, maybe it's the topics, but you know, God bless this account, please, and just keep tapping and liking the live. Please, guys, follow the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is called The Agents 007. The Agents 007 on YouTube. Go to Amin, follow him on his YouTube, and then follow Paul Bishop. He is probably hated more than me when it comes to, because he knows the Arabic. And if he had if he opened lives, I think he'd be knocked more times than I would.
No, they hate Paul.
So again, the topic, as you notice, guys, even the place that they want to talk about, Saudi Arabia, saying that we can live peacefully with other Muslims, we know that even in Muslim countries, they're not at peace with each other. This is why in Muslim countries, I think, what is it, 80% of refugees are Muslims, and they are leaving Muslim countries. So why are they leaving Muslim countries if it's such a peaceful place to live in?
Where I spent, now how old am I now? Well, I'm not gonna give my age, but in a particular part of the United States that is a refugee area. So there's people from all over seeking asylum. Most of them are from Muslim countries. And that's actually where I started learning Arabic. I had a good friend of mine, she taught me the alphabet. And we were reading like Quran and stuff like that. And she was showing me how words work together and stuff. But anyways, a lot of those guys, like, they really do bring their particular like culture to America. And it was funny because when you step in that city where I spent, it's literally like like you wouldn't even think it's America, bro. Like everything is just Islamicized. And it's interesting, man. Like again, there's nothing wrong with culture because even in certain parts of New York, there's like districts where there's like, it's where the Hispanic people live or where the Asian communities live and stuff like that. So there's nothing wrong with that. But when it becomes a problem is when you think that your culture is superior and you try to take over another person's state or country. We even think it's bad when America does it to other countries. So we're not saying that we're perfect when America does it to other countries. We're not saying that imperialization has not been done by the West in the past. We're actually saying that that's wrong. Like that's the point. Like there's no reason for anybody for you to have to do that. And if you have to do that, that means that you actually feel inferior.
If there's any Muslim that wants to come up, you're more than welcome to. The only reason I changed the topic is just to try to keep the live going. But then this turns out to be a brilliant topic, because once again, this topic proves clearly that you cannot live peacefully with Muslims when their God is the one telling them to unalive until the last day, and yada, yada, yada. We're not just saying that because we're trying to be cocky or nasty, or we're saying that because that's what Allah is teaching. This is what the God of Islam is teaching. All we're doing is Allah is teaching. And my question, why don't you see in America, you see these people say, oh, we hate America, we want to leave America, yada, 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 yet they still live there. Why aren't they leaving it?
James,
yeah, go on.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, finish.
No, go on.
No, I was gonna say in about 2 minutes, because of I don't know if you heard that other voice message I sent you this morning. Yeah, I've got to go, but I'll try to come back if you're still alive, if they don't blow you off the app. But there is something that I did want to say in reference to what you're saying, because it's interesting. You remember when the situation happened in Afghanistan a couple of years ago? I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, when I don't want to say the particular T group, but I think it was ISIS. I think it was them. And you remember when they had the opportunity to get out and that plane came, and the people were hanging on to the plane?
Hanging on the wheels.
They were hanging. Now, okay, guys, imagine this. And you can Google this, or YouTube it. You can literally go on YouTube right now, guys. You can type in people fleeing Afghanistan for fear of, terrorism or whatever. I'm not going to say the word. There's a video, there's a couple of them where the people, the jet comes, I don't know where it was going. I think it might have been taking them to some refugee area in the West, obviously. And the people are like flooding, like the plane, just running, trying to get on the plane, the Afghanis. And so the plane reaches full capacity. They can't take anymore, so they close it. There's people just like trying to bum rush the plane. The plane closes, the plane takes off. As the plane is taking off, people jump onto the wings of the plane. They jump onto the wheels of the plane. So now the plane can't close the wheels because there's people hanging onto it. And they get to an altitude that's extremely high. And because of the pressure and, like the velocity, the people start falling off. Now, imagine this. What were they so afraid of? Imagine, what were they so afraid of? It had to have been, and you can research this, that particular T group had already taken over that country before, and they were driven out. So when they came back, they knew exactly what was getting ready to happen, because they had already been under that oppression before. And it was so terrifying and so triggering for them. They said, bro, I'm not going through this again. These are Muslims, by the way, who don't want to be subjugated by these T groups. So they hang on to the plane to try to escape that country for dear life. Imagine where they were going. Where do you think they were going?
Anywhere but a Muslim country. And this is the whole point, guys. These people would rather hang on to a wheel of a plane than live under Islam. I mean, today, somebody sent me a video, not today, someone sent me a video where they said that a woman in Islam now doesn't need both her eyes. She can cover one of them in Afghanistan.
Oh, dude.
Why don't... Sorry, go on.
No, did you also see the video made by Vice where they had interviewed those people that were in Afghanistan after they had taken over? They interviewed the T group, and the woman from Vice,
all right,
she
so
went
let me
there.
interrupt you. Firstly, you said that no one wants to live in.
Okay, go back down. You can come back up after I leave, because I just don't have time to deal with stupidity. They interviewed the woman, and she interviewed them. So she asked them, hey, like, now that you guys have taken over, what are the rights of women in this country? Like, are they going to still be allowed to go to school? And they looked at her and they started laughing. They were like, of course not. What? Of course not.
Until the 6th grade, after that, they're not allowed to continue.
Exactly. Anyways, James, I'm going to drop you. You can bring that guy back up. I just didn't want to have to start screaming in front of where I am.
No worries.
No.
Okay, Ark, how are you doing?
All right, let me answer some questions. He said that Afghanistan,
Okay, Ark.
great example of people not wanting to live in a Muslim country and they'll do anything to get out. Ask a Saudi Arabian whether they would want to live in America versus Saudi Arabia. Boom, your answer is they would love to live in Saudi Arabia. They would not want to live in America because they actually have more wealth and more rights in Saudi Arabia. Secondly, you said that these people want to go to Western.
Are you saying as a Christian or a Muslim? The question is, would they want to live in Saudi Arabia as a Christian or a Muslim? That's the question. A Muslim. That's the question. Apostate or Shia. What are you saying? Are they going to be running to Saudi Arabia as a Christian, an apostate, a Shia, or a Sunni?
He said a Saudi. So let's say hypothetically we grant you every Saudi is a Muslim. But let's say he's actually converted to Christianity or he actually apostated. Let's ask him that question. That's what James is actually arguing. And you'll see the answer no matter what rights you have to give you the right not to live.
Okay, so you're talking about Christians and whether they would want to live in a Muslim country.
You said Saudi,
More
right?
people moving from England to UAE than anywhere in the world.
Please, dude,
let's
slow
repeat
down.
your
Easy
question.
peasy, bro.
You said ask any Saudi if they want to live in Saudi or come to the West. We're asking you, what kind of Saudi? Do you think a Saudi apostate would want to stay in Saudi Arabia? Do you think a Saudi that actually converted to Christianity would want to go live in Saudi Arabia? I personally know several. So you're just charged up. You're just angry. I don't know why. But again, the question is, if a Saudi that actually left Islam and apostated, would they want to live in Saudi Arabia? That's number one. A Saudi that converted to Christianity, would they want to live in Saudi Arabia? Rumor has it he's still talking, and he has
What about a Saudi that decided he wants to become a Shia? Do you think they'll have problems, Paul?
Yes.
So even being a Muslim in Saudi Arabia, but being a Shia is not safe.
Do you know the Houthi, their neighbors? They're analyzing constantly their sworn enemy.
I'm pretty sure the Shias.
Did he drop or you dropped him?
Sorry, I dropped him because he wasn't engaging. Sorry, I'll send you invite. We were trying to talk to you. You just didn't reply, so I thought you were gone.
Ark is on his ark.
Yeah, so again, guys, the question is, if, for example, we have just, let's just say, for
Why
example,
the fuck are you lying? You keep kicking me and muting me.
You would
why are you lying to your audience?
Dude, this is not the masjid. Watch your language.
Fuck you, mate. Stop kicking me out. If you're gonna have a debate, have a debate.
Shut it. Watch your language. This is not the masjid.
Okay, so can you answer our questions? Oh my goodness.
He's gone again. I didn't drop him.
He's like a yo-yo. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man.
Up and down.
No one's dropping you. This guy is he's just panicking. Hang on a second. What's going on with my app now?
Samawi.
What's up, brothers? How you doing? God bless.
God bless you, Jay.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey, man, just came up real quick. If you could ask any of them a question, if it's okay. If they could point to a single Islamic country, there are 57 members of them in the OIC as Islamic countries, where the minority population, that is a citizen population, not where the minority population, that is a citizen population, not where the of that minority population, Muslim population going in Europe, they're growing out there. Can they show us the same? Because if they say everybody likes to go live there, yada, 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 how is it that these guys are almost 99.99% Muslim? you can't have such a drastic change under the guise of everybody's converted because now they all love Islam. They got introduced to it. It's because the conditions that are put forth, or they've been driven out, conditions that are put forth have forced them to move on their own, or they have kind of, harmed them in some ways that their population has gone through. So I had somebody ask me, for example, or tell me that Iran, look at them, they have 85,000 or something, or 50,000 or whatever Jews. And I was like, bro, only about 40 years ago, they used to be like 100, or 50 years ago, they used to be like 150 or 200,000 Jews. Every Islamic country, their minority religious population, year over year, has only gone down. That's a great indicator. If we suddenly start seeing this in the US, you know what I'm saying, Paul? Like suddenly there's one minority religious group that has been decimated to the point like what happens in their countries, in these Islamic countries, to Christians and any other religious group. It'd be huge flags out there. Like certainly they're not all converting,
Definitely not. And this is why I'm asking these people, I'm asking any Muslim to come and show me a country that they see where this is working, where Islam works with anyone else. And when they say Saudi Arabia, we've proven so far that in Saudi Arabia, I can't walk around freely with my cross, my Bible, and build a church. I can't preach the word of God to people in the street. If I leave Islam, I will be punished for leaving Islam, and the punishment is unaliving. So we know that you're not free in this country, therefore I wouldn't want to be there. And the only reason that people are going to Saudi Arabia is because of the tax laws. People don't pay tax in Saudi Arabia, in most of these Arab countries. And this is why they're going and using these countries as a safe haven for their money. We know this. There's nothing new about it. It's not because they want to go to a country where women can be beaten and you can penetrate children. That's not why they go there. It's only because of the money. That's it.
It's absolutely spot on. It's economic driven. This is what even you see in, a lot of the workers that come over there. Most of the growth is just through importing workers from South Asia and everywhere else. They want to go there because of the money.
And talking about that, those workers that go to Saudi Arabia and go to the UAE and Dubai and all these, places, Qatar, you name it, their passports are taken from them. They're being controlled. They're not even free, even as workers. Now, the excuse is that these people are taking their passports, they're taking the money and leaving the country without working, yada, yada, yada. All nonsense. They are controlling these people because, again, this is slave labor. They pay these people peanuts. They live in little rooms where it's, max occupation. They try to make people almost sleep on top of each other. There is no happiness there. There's no freedom there.
There's no right to property or anything at all. Yeah, I've got some distant family that is in Middle East countries, and they're successful. They're doing well. They've started their so-called on their business or whatever out there, but none of that. Like in the U.S., you have the right to property, your house. If you buy it, you own it, yada, yada, all that other stuff. I asked, what happens to your house? Well, it all belongs to the government. They can just come and take it anytime because we're not citizens. They refuse to give you any kind of citizenship.
Just 1 second there, Jay. Just 1 second.
Yeah.
Memphis says, a world without James could be a better one. He says, James, you the problem, you promote hate. Now, I want people just to focus on this. A world without James will be a better one. The James that he's talking about is moi. And I have been saying, spread love and talk about Christ. The God of Islam says, spread hate and unalive them wherever you find them. The God of Islam is the one that's showing the most hate, not only to the Christians and the Jews, but even towards Muslims. Now, if you ask me, I am a better example than your Allah and your Muhammad. Therefore, you should be getting rid of Islam, Allah, and Muhammad and keeping James, because James is telling you spread love. James is the only one that is reading your scriptures, reading your works, reading your books, and repeating what this God has said. And you guys get upset with the fact that James just read what your God said. I didn't say it. I'm not making it up. I'm asking the question. According to your religion, who can you live peacefully with? Nobody. Not even the bloody animals are safe in your religion, because your God teaches that there's no punishment for penetrating an animal. There's no punishment for screwing a donkey. This is why Muhammad spent a lot of time with the animals. Now, once again, I'm asking you, bro, based on what I just said about me and what your Allah teaches in your Quran, who would you rather live with? Sorry, Paul, you say.
I'm just laughing.
Are you talking about the reliance of the traveler book, man? Where they can sleep with animals and dead people?
Yeah, well, there's in the hadith, there's a hadith that actually says, there's a hadith that says there's no punishment for sleeping with children. So with animals.
Yeah, the Sunnah Abi Dawud one. But have you seen what I do on that one by any chance, James? You ever come across one of the times when I'm showing them the actual Reliance of the Traveler book, which has it. Plus, there is a Sahih
Travis and
Muslim.
I have done a lot of the Reliance of the Traveler.
Reliance
We
of
have a
stuff,
good
right.
chuckle.
That's a pretty good one. But there's also a Sahih Muslim book where you have Muhammad saying that stuff, dude. It's just the book. It's actually a book where the commentary is done by Al Nawawi. Anyways, when you said that, I was like,
yeah. But again, all we're saying is that once again, I'm just repeating what the Muslims have said, what Allah has said, and what the Quran has given us. And for me, it's just it's a joke that people would say that I'm the one spreading hate, yet I'm the one that's just reading. Because what we do, we just go and read. One spreading hate, can't accept what we just read, then you have a problem with your God, with your Muhammad, with your Islam, not with me. So a world without James still leaves you with Islam, still leaves you with the filthy, disgusting, pathetic book that you guys have.
I'm curious to get your take on this.
Disgusting, pathetic book that you guys have.
I'm curious to get your take on this. 52-year-old Jennifer, a person to wear a cross and walk down the street.
Well, that's a great question, because I've noticed that more people are upset about the fact that no one is speaking out about Jennifer Lopez being there.
I mean, that's
guys on YouTube. Just 1 second. YouTube. I noticed that I'm actually watching the YouTube now, and I noticed that every now and then it switches off. I've changed from Wi-Fi to normal web, so I got no idea why it's doing that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Wi-Fi and just see if I can correct that. It shouldn't be a problem on the Wi-Fi, because I've got good Wi-Fi. And I normally do a test before the live just to make sure that it is working. Yeah. So if it is going off, I know Amin did mention it to me this morning that it's sometimes jumping. I'm not too sure why, because now I wasn't on Wi-Fi. It was still doing that. So apologies for that, guys. And for the other accounts that have gone, they've gone circling the Kaaba for a couple of days. So I apologize. I'm going to have to make more accounts too. But you can't use the same email address, which is a bummer.
First of all, are you black?
Say again?
Are you black in Africa?
Does it matter? Does it matter?
Yeah, it does. Like,
well, who dropped him? I just got another warning, guys. 1 second. I don't know why. I just got a warning. Oh my goodness. So he laughed because I asked if I'm black. This is it, guys. And for anyone that's black, I want to say this. I'll say this. Anyone that's black, notice this. He's talking about you. I may come from Africa, but that's fine. But he's letting all you Muslims know that they're laughing at you for being Muslim and black. Just give me a second. Andy, what is the problem with being
Hey,
black?
hey, you like you are black, you are fucked up in violence. It doesn't matter if you're Muslim or Christian or Jews. As long you are black, you are a fucked up person. Like, fuck
So,
every black person here. Like, fuck every.
so I'm glad that didn't cut out on YouTube, and I want everyone to notice what he just said. So all you black Muslims out there, all you black Muslims listening to this conversation, this is what they think about you. And I'm talking specifically to the Muslims, specifically to you Muslims. He is talking about you. And yet you guys walk around thinking that you guys are, let me just block him, are the hidden ones. You guys are going to be with Allah. 119, he says that the right shoulder is the white and the left shoulder is the black, and the right shoulder will go to paradise and the black shoulder will go to hellfire. Every single one of you black Muslims, every single one of you black Muslims out there, this is what Islam, Muhammadans, Allah think about you. This is what they think about when they look at you. They think you're already cursed and you're going to hell. So my black Muslim brothers and sisters, welcome to Islam. Stay there and lie to yourselves like a ostrich putting his head in the sand and think he's not talking directly to you. He was just talking to James, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. Point is, he's talking to every single left shoulder black Muslim out there. I've got another warning, just 1 second.
What?
I've got another warning, just 1 second.
What? I can't say anything on my life that I would ever get me a warning. I'm like, they just leave me alone.
Seriously, I lost 2 accounts this morning. One lasted 10 minutes and the other one maybe half an hour.
So you don't do the host on one account and then talk on another account thing?
I should have done, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I need to make more accounts. And the thing is, I don't. I've got 5 accounts. 2 of them are not registered in my name, so but I have got access to them. But I need more accounts. I'm going to have to do that. But this is just useless if I'm going to get reported. I know the swearing is what got us reported, but sometimes I'd rather lose the live, but allowing them. See, I wouldn't mind them saying that and I lose the live. I just want people to see it's recorded. And I want black Muslims, especially African Muslims, I want them to be exposed to this. I want them to see what Muslims truly think about them. Remember, it says in the hadith that if you dream of a black woman, it's a sign of an epidemic. If you want to see Nabtal, if you want to see Satan, look at Nabtal because he was a black guy. This is what they're teaching. This is what they're saying. We're just repeating what they say and how they behave. And I want Muslims to be exposed to this. I want the Muslims to see this.
So you're aware of this hadith, this obscure hadith that they bring where they said, look, Muhammad, before he died, he said there's no difference between a black person and a red person and a red person and a black person, yada, 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 right? So it's I think it was Travis who showed me, I can't remember who showed me this stuff, long time ago, very long time ago. Their scholarship, which is Ibn Taymiyyah and Nawawi, both came back, and even there's a Bukhari comment came back and says that's not what he meant, because he said that, well, you know, so the actual hadith talks about it's more about how pious you are, depending on, you know, that's where they'll differ. And he said, well, no, pious plus lineage, and then they continue in that. I've got the access to it, the evidence to it, where they say the Arab Muslim is a superior race than any other person, including black Muslims. They don't do the including black Muslims, right? But any other Muslim, any other race, period. So even among themselves, they consider only Arab Muslims as the superior race. And so you could have, in other words, the same level of piety as a non-Arab Muslim, like a black Muslim. But if you happen to have an Arab lineage, that raises your status up to Allah and in Muhammad's eyes.
Let me just add it to Rital. How are you? Banku, God bless us. Rital, are you Muslim?
Yeah, good day, brother. Good day.
You're not a Muslim.
I'm a complete Christian from Nigeria. You know, this topic you're giving is one of the main topic we need more. We don't know how. You know, Jay always try to let them see this, but what they do is they gang report Jay every time. So we don't know, but I wish I can get all the reference against this stuff for my brothers, because there are people we talk to in WhatsApp as well.
What I'll do is I'm going to do a live where we have to do this again, where we can prove that all this is true. Because I mean, in the hadiths it says that black people are raisin heads. You know what a raisin is, right, to tell?
Mm-hmm.
You know the raisin, the dry fruit?
Sorry?
You know what a raisin is?
No.
A raisin, a fruit. You know the little dried fruit, the little black little fruit. You don't know what a raisin is? Let me show it to you. Let me show this to you. And this is, guys, I'm gonna back up my evidence with what I'm about to say. So, have you seen this fruit before?
Yes, I've seen it in Tesco.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. So Muhammad said black people are raisin heads. Muhammad said literally that black people are raisin heads. Now the hadith says this. Let me explain the hadith for you. 1 second.
Please, can you do a video for this topic, a complete video, and put it in your account? So when we ask, you just refer people to your account, then we just go and download where we can get all the reference in package.
I can do that. I should be able. But Muhammad says this. Now, again, this is what Muhammad says according to the hadith that says that black people, he says that you should follow your Ethiopian leader, even if it's a black man who's a raisin head. That's what it says. Muhammad also says that blacks are pug-nosed slaves, Sahih Muslim. It also says that if you dream of a black woman, then it's a sign of an epidemic, a disease. It says in the book called Ibn Ishaq, it says, page 243, it says, I heard the apostles say, whoever wants to see Satan should look at Nabtal. He was a black, let me say that again. Whoever wants to see Satan needs to look at Nabtal. He was a black man with long flowing hair, inflamed eyes, and dark ruddy cheeks. Allah sent down concerning him, to those who annoy the Prophet, there's a painful doom. And then Jibreel came to Muhammad and said, if a black man comes to you, his heart is more gross than a donkey's. Page 243, Ibn Ishaq. I mean, there's more, but this is the typical example of why these people still hate and mock black people. Remember, Muhammad in Sahih Muslim 1602 was buying and selling black slaves, 2 for 1, Black Friday. So again, we know that this is what it's saying. We understand that. In fact, Ibn Ishaq says, it is to your folly to fight the apostle, for Allah's army is bound to disgrace you. We brought them to the pit. Hell was their meeting place. We collected them there, black slaves, men of no descent. Another in Ibn Ishaq, this is by the biography of Ibn Ishaq, before the Quran even was made in the hadiths and stuff, he says, the black troops and slaves of the Meccans cried out, and the Muslims replied, Allah destroy your sight, you impious rascals.
I need this. This is not getting recorded. Is this getting recorded on YouTube? Since other one?
This is all on YouTube.
Oh, great.
That's from Ibn Ishaq, page 374.
So, brother, it make more sense when you display evidence. You do the complete video. Even if you have your complete life, you can just cut the part and upload it with the heading. So when we go to your account, we just search for it. We can see it and we can share the video direct to them. Sometimes they don't want to come up, so we share to their DM direct on WhatsApp. They can go and check. Yeah.
Rattel, if James can do this, actually, I happened to do the whole thing with all the evidence last night on Darren Dorsey's live. I don't know if you know him. If you should.
I follow you in his account as well. You and the Tiger.
Right. So I get access to his video recordings. James, if you don't have the time to do that, I just walked through all the evidence, show them all the hadiths and everything last night on their live. I'll just put up a snippet from his video.
Yeah, if you can, please just do that, guys. I'm not the best when it comes to making videos and stuff. I'm useless, to be honest.
All right, Jay,
I try to juggle my time between doing lives, and then after, when I'm done on the live, I've got so much I try to make up with, so I don't have enough time to do the videos. I mean, the videos, for anyone that's not watching, on my main accounts, guys, I've got the videos of the introduction with my new song, my theme song. For those that haven't heard it, it's brilliant. I actually really like it. So please go and watch that and like and share.
Is it on YouTube?
It's on YouTube as my intro, and it is also on my main account, the James 007 on the main account.
Let me search it now.
I just got banned earlier this morning, so on 2 accounts. But let me see. Let me see if I can play it for you. Hang on a second. That should be.
Is it James what?
It's James. Let me give you a second. Let me just see.
I'm on YouTube right now. I just want to see if I can open it.
Banku, my TikTok is updating on my other account. I'm not sure. Can you?
Is it the agents?
No, the song on my main account.
Can you drop the name on YouTube? I want to subscribe to your account on YouTube.
Oh, the YouTube is called The Agents 007. The Agents 007. I'll put it in the chat.
That's what I thought he was asking about.
Okay, let me just write it in the chat.
You got so many accounts. Like, I gotta search to find which one for TikTok.
The Agents 007. You see that? There we go, man. Thank you, Jay. Go to the YouTube. I've covered almost every topic. On every topic, we've got the topics. We've got the lists of all the references that we have.
I wanted to say something. That's why I originally came.
Yeah, Banku, sorry, sis.
That was good. I did a live because I'm focusing on Quran preservation. That's what I'm about to focus on as far as arguments. But one of the Muslims came up and he was talking about the whole Aisha thing. Anyway, long story short, it cut from him going to insult me, saying one of the insults was, "Thank God Aisha wasn't a Negro." That's what he told me. I got it recorded. I didn't post it yet because I want to add like the hadith references you just mentioned to make it look even better when people see why he's saying it. But that's what he said. Thank God Aisha wasn't a Negro.
That was the same guy who came up and did the N-word on my live, right? You're talking about the same guy.
No, it wasn't the same guy, but they got the same spirit.
Same spirit, different skin. Let me just say to Havana, how are you, Havana?
I'm good. Just give me a minute, please.
Sure.
But Rattel, I'll try to have it in the next 24, 48 hours. It was all with the evidence showed and everything else, so that should help out. Yeah, I'll get something up in case you want it. And with that, James, thank you for having me. I'll let you do your thing, brother.
God bless you. Take care.
Take care, man.
Okay,
God bless.
okay, Jay.
So again, guys, notice that the reason we brought this up was just purely because of this person's attitude towards Black people. But I'm glad that we've got so many witnesses to this, because you guys can see what these Muslims think about you Black people, you Black Muslims. They mock you, man, and yet you guys think that you're going to be the savior. You're going to be the better one. They hate you guys. I'm not saying it. They just come up and show.
Can I ask you a question?
Hold on, brother. Hold on before you ask question. From 2009 to 2021, we lost 34,000 people to Muslim in Nigeria. Last 2 months, they unalived 208 people in a space of just 3 hours. Last 4 days, they unalived a lady in Niger State just because somebody accused her of saying something about the Prophet. Last 2 years, they unalived a lady in Sokoto called Deborah just because she said, "Don't put about Muhammad in a school group chat. This is for educational purpose." They unalive her on the street, and nobody have been arrested till today. So every day, Muslims are taking our people's life in Nigeria. Every day.
Okay, Havana, how are you, bro?
How's it going? You all right?
Oh, good, my man. You a Muslim?
Yeah, I'm a Muslim, and I'm a black Muslim, and I couldn't disagree more than what you've said with regards to blacks being undermined by Muslims.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. When you read the hadith where Muhammad buys 2 slaves, 2 black slaves for one normal, one another slave, or an Arab slave, how does that make you feel?
Well, the first thing is that I invite you to firstly understand what the hadith is saying. You're misrepresenting. I'll clarify.
Well, hang on a second. Put on the screen first. 1 second. So what we're going to do, guys, it's Sahih Muslim 1602. 1602 Sahih Muslim. The chapter. Now this is where I'm looking forward to Havana now, explaining this. The chapter heading, the permissibility of selling animals for animals of the same kind and of different quality. So now we're in a chapter that's buying and selling animals for animals of the same kind and of different quality. So now we're going to find out what animals are being bought and sold and see, we'll learn better then. There came a slave and pledged allegiance to Allah's apostle on migration. He, Muhammad, did not know that he was a slave. So now we're talking about slaves, yet it's talking about animals. Then there came his master and demanded him back, whereupon Muhammad said, "Sell him to me. Sell him to me." Again, permissibility of selling animals for animals of the same kind and of different quality. So we're talking about animals. Sell him to me. And he bought him for 2 black slaves. 2 black slaves selling animals for animals, different quality. And he did not afterwards take allegiance from anyone until he asked him whether he was a slave or a free man. Now that we read it, can you explain it to us, please?
Okay. So I assume you, in my explanation, you're not going to interrupt me.
We'll see. If you lie, I'll stop you.
No, you don't understand the language. So clearly,
I don't understand. What language don't you understand?
You clearly don't understand Arabic.
Reading through English, right?
Yeah. So it's not Arabic, is it?
Well, your God will understand.
Do you understand
Hadith?
Hadith?
It's okay. It's okay. You tell us all. Listen, my brother, we're going to go through it slowly. Do you agree that this
I've got you, bro. I've got you. I've understood it. You don't need to go through it again. I can understand English perfectly. So you were lying about the fact that Muslims are racist. They're not, because you only need to read the last sermon. And I invite all viewers to go and read Prophet Muhammad's
hang on a second.
sermon.
I didn't say that. If you listen to Havana, I had a Muslim come on the live.
And I've got you here as well.
Hang on a second. I had a Muslim come on the live 5 minutes ago and call out black people and laugh and mock black people, and he was a Muslim. So your religion has taught your people, Muslims, to laugh and mock you. You that's pretending that you are a white Muslim like Muhammad was, he's laughing at you. So please don't say I misunderstand. I'm just repeating what the Muslims are saying. Now, do you agree that the chapter heading is the permissibility?
Aren't Islam, are they?
Do you agree?
Please let me speak. You've done a lot of speaking. Let me speak now.
Do you agree with the chapter heading?
So, viewers, can you see how he's not letting me speak?
Oh, brother.
So,
brother, please, I'm an African man.
No, let me respond. Let me respond.
1 second, Rachel. 1 second. Let him talk.
Let me respond, right? So, let's just keep this civil. it's not a monologue, it's a dialogue. So
stop crying, get to the
going
point.
back to the initial point that you made, I'm just addressing your initial point. I invite everybody to go and take a look at the Prophet Muhammad's last sermon. I am a black Muslim, so I know what I'm talking
They're
about.
laughing at you too. Get to the point.
Yeah, excellent. I've gone through this, what you're going through, and this is very basic level. And you're ignorant of
read. So anyway. Listen, Bilal.
Okay.
Answer the question. Is the chapter
I'm going to answer you now.
Is
One
the
second,
chapter
bro.
heading? Please listen.
I'm going to answer you now. Are you going to listen?
No. Is the chapter heading?
No, you don't want to listen.
Animals?
So talk to yourself then. Talk to yourself.
Is the chapter heading selling animals for animals?
Absolutely.
Beautiful. So what animals are mentioned in the hadith?
That's talking about trade.
I know. What animals is mentioned in the hadith?
It's not mentioning animals. That's the general rule for trade.
Okay. What is it selling?
Yes, it says animals to animals. But
Beautiful.
Do you know what the...
hang on a second.
Yes, that's your English, bro.
Okay.
Show
me over here. It says anything other than animals.
Do you understand the concept?
Answer the question. Even in the Arabic, what is
it's
being
a trade term.
Okay, so can I trade you as an animal?
Are we 1400 years ago?
But you guys are still buying and selling today in Muslim countries. So please try to be smarter than you sound now. My question is, I'm giving you a chance now. You saying animals for animals is talking about trade. What are they trading?
Okay, what are they trading? Are you saying that they're trading human beings?
I'm not sure if you're just like dumber than most Muslims, but what are they trading?
Well, I'm not. I'm actually more intelligent than
what
a
are they
like
trading?
You who doesn't understand
what are they
English
trading
or Arabic.
What are they trading?
Okay, so are you going to let me respond now, or are you going to
waiting? Keep talking? I'm giving you a chance. Please respond.
Okay, fantastic. Do you know? Okay, so in order for them to buy, somebody needs to sell. Would you agree? So he's bought a slave. I agree with the fact that Muhammad's bought a slave, because that's what you want to hear. Fantastic. Right, now that we've got that.
That's not what I want to hear. Again, you're trying to be smart, but you're not. Animals for animals. Bro? You said they're trading animals for animals. Again, you said trading animals for animals, and now the animals is what?
Okay, you're jumping, yeah? So let's jump. So to the two black slaves that you're speaking about, I've asked you a very simple question. Who did he buy them from?
Bob the Builder, Mickey Mouse. I don't care.
He bought them from a Christian.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he bought him from Allah himself.
Because what you're trying to do is say that Muhammad's trading in slavery, whereas it's the Christians that sold it to him.
You're not listening again.
Can you understand that, bro?
You're not listening. It doesn't matter if he bought him from
it's
Allah
the Christians
himself.
that sold him the slaves.
You're not listening again. That's what Aisha did.
It's the Christian. Are you listening to this? It's the Christians that sold him the slaves. And do you know that the two slaves that you're talking?
I don't care who he was buying and who was selling. The point is, the chapter is talking about animals.
You should care.
The chapter
Hold yourself
is
to the same standard.
About animals.
Stop being a hypocrite.
Are the black slaves the animals bought and sold?
No, they're not animals. They're human beings. So they're two black slaves.
Beautiful. Under what chapter is this hadith?
Why are you jumping, bro? You want to?
I'm not jumping. I'm trying to hold you.
I'm answering your concept.
Dude, I'm trying to hold your face on the black stone right now. The permissibility
like Samuel
of
did
selling
on the
animals for animals.
Like Samuel did on the charcoal.
Are we talking about animals when it's talking about
your
black
Jesus
slaves?
were led by Satan
or
for
are we
40
talking
days?
about something else? Because again, you can't prove to me, because you thought you're smart.
I can.
And yet now you've
You're just talking.
That black slaves are the animals.
Viewers, can you note how he's not allowing you to speak?
Bilal, you're not on top of the Kaaba shouting out the Adhan for the white Muhammad. Okay? You're not the Bilal now. Muhammad is dead. He's gone. He's rotting in the ground, like all the other dead animals. Like every other dead animal is rotting in the ground. Now listen again, Bilal. You're not on top of the Kaaba, so stop shouting the Adhan. I'm asking you.
Okay, Jesus on the crucifix.
I'm asking you, according to this hadith, the black slaves, are these the animals that are bought and sold, being traded?
No, that's the title. Are you really that dim?
Okay. In the title of animals being bought and sold, do we
How
find
many times have I answered this? I've said it's the title of trading.
Okay, in the title of trading, what are they trading?
Everything that's available for sale.
What does the heading say?
Fine, animals for animals. I grant you that.
Are black people animals?
No.
Then why are they under the chapter heading of animals for animals and not under
Because
a
that's
chapter
the general
called
title for.
Shut up and listen. You're not smart enough to do both. You're not smart enough to do both. Listen carefully. Why then are
You
they?
talk too much, bro.
Shut up and listen. Why then?
No,
are
you
they
shut up. And
why are they
if you want me
under
to
the
answer,
title? Shut up.
you want me to
Shut
answer?
up,
Listen.
like how Aisha had to keep quiet, biting the pillow while Muhammad was trying to penetrate her. Listen again. Why are they under the title of animals when these are humans? And now, once again, I want everyone to notice this. I'm not a Muslim. I'm not a black Muslim that's going to hell because Allah created me in hell. You left shoulder. Listen again. Listen, Nabtal. Once again, your religion has called you an animal. You are in the category of slave. You are in the category of slave. Sorry, you're right there, DJ. You guys are in a category of being called slave. And because you guys are in that category, this is why you are suffering. Because again, it's talking about slaves under the chapter heading of animals for animals of the same kind and of different quality. Different quality. So this slave over here was of a different quality of the one that he bought, that he traded in for one. Once again, proving to everybody that this religion is nothing but filthy. Thank you, DJ. Thank you, DJ. I need to tell you what happened to me in Leicester Square. Need you to know what happened to me in Leicester Square. You're a pagan, bro. You guys kiss and touch the black stone. You circle it. Imagine the black stone took all the sins of all the people, and you idiots go and kiss it and touch it. Imagine the black. You pagans circle it every single day like the pagans before you, man. This is typical. You pagans before. Kiss pagans circle it every. It was a vision, you idiot. It was a vision talking about going. If you're going to know the Bible, it was a vision. You guys know nothing about the Christianity. This is why you're Muslim. For all those that, just one more time, this is why you stay away from this religion, because even in 195 countries, and if there's more, 195 countries, Islam will always be a problem because it's just a filthy, disgusting, evil cult, and we can do without it. And left shoulders like this, that's trying to make excuses to make it make sense, filthy, disgusting. This is why this religion will always be, like it says in the hadith, like a serpent lying on its stomach, eating the dust of the earth. It'll pull itself back. It'll start as strange. It'll end strange, and it'll make its way back into the hole. The hadith says that. And that's another restriction there. Beautiful.
Yeah, this is coming from a guy that worships a man with a dick and calls him God. That's very fresh.
Beautiful. That's all you got.
So
that's all you got. Beautiful. The same thing. You know, Muhammad was kissing, and when all the Zut came to visit him, you remember the hundreds and hundreds of Zut that lined up and used him as a. And don't forget that Muhammad was enjoying it. He loved it. He loved the D. Muhammad loved it. I mean, he made them line up forever and ever. There was a line outside, and he took it like a trooper. Then he said, "Listen, man, I can't sit on the donkey today, or can't sit on the camel today because I'm in pain. I'm in pain." Guys, seems as if there's Muslims have decided to give me just another big warm hug with another two red flags. So I'm going to just end it now, and hopefully tomorrow I've appealed the other two accounts, and hopefully these two accounts will come back. But I just have a bad feeling on this. But Don, I'm gonna need your WhatsApp. I'm gonna send you a message. I need you to tell you what happened at Leicester Square, bro. I almost reached out to you on the weekend, but it's just a bit hush hush right now. Yeah. So God bless you guys. Please pray for me. Pray for these lives. This is the only account I've got left. The other ones are all circling Kaaba like the pagans did. And then you have a left shoulder coming up trying to defend this religion. You have to laugh. You just have to laugh at this. Any Muslim that defends this religion, especially if you're not white, you have to laugh at them. Guys, God bless you. Boom shakalaka, checkmate to all these Muslims. Boom shakalaka, boom, boom shakalaka. Go to my main account, watch the video, the intro video. I actually love it. And I appreciate all those that were involved in the making of the song. God bless you. I will come back tomorrow. I just want to save this account. Hopefully the TikTok forgets me in the meantime.